Because I love them. Make a lot of noise for Shelly Lederman! B14. There's a lot of good-looking ladies out here in the audience. If any of you have a grandpa fetish, I am here for you. You know, in a few years, I'm going to be 70 years old, and old age just sort of happened before you know it. I mean, it seemed like yesterday I was having this menage a trois with these two 25-year-old broads, and I was hitting the shit out of those two bitches. And I wasn't stopping till I been in both bust a nut. Then bam, I'm 67 years old, and I'm taking Viagra every day. And that's only because I don't want to pee on my shoes. You know, things change as you get older. When I was younger, a blowjob was a nickel. Today, my happy hour is a nap. All the numbers in my little black book end in MD. I thought I found this really cool video game in my house the other day. Unfortunately, it was the microwave. I went to my doctor last week. He asked me for a urine specimen and a stool sample. So I said, fuck it. I just gave him my underwear. Doctor's office last week and went up to the reception. She said, can I help you? I said, yep. I got a major problem with my dick. She goes, Mr. Lederman, you can't talk like that. You need to say something like, you've got a problem with your ear, and discuss your issue with the doctor privately. I said, you're absolutely right. I apologize. I went back out, came back in. I said, she said, can I help you? I said, yes. I have a problem with my ear. She goes, what seems to be the problem? I said, well, I can't fucking piss out of it. Things don't always turn out the way you think they're going to when you get through my age. I got a good-looking neighbor, and she came knocking on my door last week. She goes, Shelly, I'm feeling extremely horny. I feel like getting naked, getting drunk, and having sex all afternoon long. Are you free? I said, absolutely. She goes, great. Can you watch my dog? I was married to a Jewish woman for 25 years, and that marriage was like a three-ring circus. I mean, first came the engagement ring, then came the wedding ring, then came the fucking suffering. When we first got married, we had sex on the living room couch. Unfortunately, we left the living room curtains open, and our neighbors walked by and they saw us. They called the cops. The cop came into my house, took one look at my wife, and they arrested me and charged me with necrophilia. You know, after 20 years, I decided we had to put a little spice into our sex life. I took my wife back to the hotel room where we spent our honeymoon. She says, Shelly, what were you thinking 20 years ago? Well, I said, 20 years ago, I was thinking I wanted to screw your goddamn brains out. She goes, what are you thinking now? I said, well, I think I did a pretty good job. You know, about a month ago, something happened that made me question my sexual identity. And it started off with a prostate exam. My doctor started probing my prostate, and I got an erection. I was very confused and terribly conflicted. I didn't know if I should punch him in the mouth or kiss him on his lips. Over the next couple of days, I did a few things which I thought were appropriate at the time. Then I found out my friend spiked my enema with Viagra. I really wasn't gay. So I canceled the date with my proctologist. I threw away all my Elton John CDs. I stopped redecorating my house. I dropped out of my Zumba class. And I stopped fantasizing about being John Travolta's masseuse. And then I joined Match.com. I uploaded my photo, I put in all my info, my bio, and I wrote down what I really wanted in a woman. I was looking for a woman between 55 to 65, great body, sexually active, and definitely no gag reflex. Unbelievably, I got a response from this Polish broad. She wanted to hook up. She agreed to drive, and I agreed to pay for the restaurant. On the way to the restaurant, she got pulled over by a state trooper. He looked at the driver's license, and he said, "Are you Polish?" And she goes, "Yes, I am." He goes, "Okay, stand by the door of your car, and I'll be right with you." He finishes writing the ticket. As he starts walking towards her, he unbuckles his belt, and his pants drop below his knees. And she says, "Oh no, not another breath test." If you all remember, a couple of months ago, we had a snowstorm. We had like 12 inches in like 24 hours. I got snowed in my house, I couldn't get out. I lost all my electricity. I didn't have anything to read. I was all alone in a candlelit apartment. So my hand gravitated towards my junk. I know what you guys are thinking. When I'm 67, will I still be playing with my junk? But the answer is, if you're married, you're probably going to have to. And if you're single, you're definitely going to need to. But there's one big difference. At 67 years of age, masturbation now becomes an aerobic exercise. Personally, I'm doing about 2.5 miles per week. I'm hoping to get shoulder holds out, I don't sprain my wrist, and I find a really good industrial lubricant, I may start training for the New York City Marathon. Okay, that day turned out to be a very special day in my life. That's the day I formed both a spiritual and emotional connection to my junk. I mean, it's been doing my thinking for me all my life, so I need to do something special. So I wrote a poem to my penis. And it goes something like this. I love to sit and think, and oftentimes conspire. And yet, amidst the swelling stream of my desires, this hand is always turned to thee. Oh, excuse me, I guess I'm still bonding. Don't forget all those ladies that have a grandpa fetish, we are here for you. Thank you.